Jamming with Juddy, Jeff Judkins, BYU women's basketball coach, former NBA player. Coach, good to have you back in studio.
It's nice to be in the studio.
You're working for the holidays, man. We'll get to that in just a bit. But I want to get your opinion on yesterday's introduction of Kalani Sitake. What was the best thing you heard about or from the new head football coach at BYU?
Well, I sad to say I didn't really hear anything because I'm preparing for a game tomorrow.
Oh, you're trying to do work?
Trying to do work, but
not everybody can take vacation off.
Yeah,
right?
Like not everybody's like everybody. Yeah,
not everybody can fake work, right?
But I'm excited because I think he's paid his dues. I've been there. I was 15 years into coaching. I wanted to get my head job. I think he's prepared himself. He will do a great job. I'm excited to get to know him. I've heard a lot of great things from people that I do know that know him very well. And I know one thing, they'll play some defense. I know that. As we saw with the Utah game, Utah's defense has been good for a long, long time. And I think BYU has gotten their defense where they need to get it. And I think he'll just come in and give them some different. But I'm just excited for him and this program. And it's sad to see Bronco gone because, I've been coaching here for 15 years. So he was right after me. And I've got to know him really well. But I think he'll do a great job at Virginia. I think some of the things that they need, he will come in and bring with his coaching staff and what he's trying to do. It was a great game. It was sad to see, I just wish BYU would have started better.
Yeah.
If they could have maybe got a couple field goals instead of touchdowns, it might have been a different game. But God, what a lot of credit to the staff and those players to not give up.
Yeah.
To come back and make it a game and really – 5 more minutes, they probably win, But it was a great game.
Yeah, I didn't leave too disappointed just because of how the guys battled and fought back. And when you look at Coach Sitake and his experience that he brings and him being a head coach for the first time, what do you think is going through his mind and what went through your mind when you first got your head coaching job?
That you want to do really well. That you've finally got your chance. It's like in life, you get an opportunity and you make the best of it. And I think he will. I think he's excited to come here. He played here, so he knows what he has to deal with everything. And I'm sure he'll put the time in that he really needs to.
When you were making your list of priorities when you got that head coaching gig, what was item number 1 on your agenda in that first week?
Boy, I think the first thing was hire the right people for me. And he has to hire way more than I had to and get the right person. His offensive coordinator is going to be big, whoever he hires, because he's going to probably lean towards the defensive end and focus on that. And he's going to have somebody he totally trusts. And, it works down the line. I mean, assistant coaches to strength coaches to film people to all these things he has to take care of, and it's a big plunge.
Coach, when you were getting interviewed and going through the process of becoming the head coach, were you starting to reach out to people and saying, hey, I may get this job. I'm really close. I'm going to the 3rd round. I'm really close, buddy. Would you come with me?
You have a short list of people that you've dealt with in your coaching career who you trust, and mine was a little bit different because you well know coaching the women, I had to get at least half my staff needed to be female because of recruiting and also just the best way of doing it. And I didn't have a lot of connections with a lot of female coaches. And so my first hire was Allie Bills, who played at the University of Utah when I coached. And then she came here when I was here at BYU, and I had a lot of trust in her. And then the next year, I hired Stacy, one of my players. I've kind of done that. I've hired kind of my players because I've known them the best, and I feel like that they know my system and what I'm trying to do, and it's been very positive. I mean, right now, Melinda played for me. She's done a great job for the last 5 years. I've counted on her heavily, and she's done that, and she knows me. She knows how I react to things, and so, but you kind of have that. Brian, you kind of have that list some of them don't want to leave where they're at. So you have to kind of talk them into it and this and that. So it's a tough process.
Tomorrow, your team, BYU women's basketball, opens conference play in San Diego, of all places. Not a bad place to visit.
No.
And that brings us to our stat of the day.
It's the BYU Sports Nation Stat of the Day.
6. BYU women's hoops beginning conference play on a 6-game win streak. Coach, you turned things around here in the non-conference season. What would you attribute that recent success to in terms of on-the-court play?
Lexi Rideout's part of it. I mean, she's played very, very well. Purcell is finally starting to realize what she needs to do for this team.
Speaking of Kalani's, right? Kalani Purcell.
Yeah, we kind of call her KP, short.
I wanted to do that too. I want to call Coach Kalani Coach K.
Yeah,
so
it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's easier.
I butcher names, so especially during the heat of the game, and so KP is a lot easier for me to say. But I think those two have stepped it up, and then I think, my young freshman has come in, Jasmine Moody, and really played pretty well. Mackenzie Morrison has been solid. She had one game where she struggled a little bit against Oklahoma, but she bounced back from it. Kylie is becoming a true point guard, leading our team and doing what we need to. And, we scheduled this. It was hard. I knew it. It didn't look too good when we lost 3 games, close. I'm going, what am I doing? And got Texas A&M and all this stuff. And I lose Orton to an injury. And, but I don't know if you heard, my assistant coach, Dan Nelson's really into RPI and all that and strength of schedule. And I heard we're 6 RPI with a 4.
Boom!
With a 4 schedule. So if we can take care of business in our conference, do what we need to do, I think we've set ourselves in a pretty good position. So
Coach,
excited about that.
What's the mentality? Speaking of conference, heading into conference, I remember when I played, and if we had a rocky preseason or non-conference play, I would always say, "Hey, we got to step it up, guys. It's conference, it's a different mindset, it's a whole nother season." How do you convey that message when you guys are doing so well? Does anything change?
You kind of what you said. The basketball season is divided into 4 or 5. Stages. One's preseason, like conditioning, then preseason, then conference, then postseason, then after that. And so what we've done as a coaching staff is we say, okay, we've done this. We've done well in our preseason. Now it's conference. And, Gonzaga's won 11 straight years. So we're looking at it. We would like to win a conference championship. And so we're focused on that. The sad part is we play San Diego's 10-1. So they've had a great preseason themselves, and it'll be tough winning there. But we match up well with them, and hopefully we can come out and play like we've been playing.
Coach, we wish you the best of luck as you hit the pre-holiday swing in San Diego. Hopefully you get some time off, at least on Christmas, to relax a little bit.
Yeah, we get the 24th and 25th off, which is really nice, and the 27th. Sundays, so we get those days off. But
tell them that real men don't take vacations. Tell them that, Coach.
Real people don't do it. That's right.
Good luck in the Slim Gym, one of my favorite gymnasium names in the West Coast Conference, the Jenny Craig Pavilion.
Yeah, that's right, Slim Gym. I didn't think about that. That's good. Way to go.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.